We're looking at SPY here on the daily chart. End of the day, 621.72, down around $10 and some change from yesterday's trading session. Continue the drawdown in here, continue the overall pullback in the market. We gapped down in here, and actually we breached just below those 620s for a very brief moment in here. We actually had a support that we had drawn from previous resistances and things like that, different touch points at 619.21 going into today. We basically bounced right off that. We had a low in here of 619.29. Now, where does that kind of put us here on this daily chart? Since we are underneath this trend line here, we are underneath this 9-day EMA, and obviously we have a gap now that we need to worry about filling. Well, currently we just mentioned that 619.21 for support. Below that, we're going to be looking at the 618s. Then we're going to be looking at the 615.33, and then all the way down here to the 608, and that's when we're going to get into that demand zone between those 597s and then that 608 mark. Resistance wise, we're going to be looking at this 626.34, and then above that, it's going to be this 9-day EMA or the 629.82, whichever one of those do come first. They're trading about 70 cents apart right now. And then above that, we're going to be looking at the 634.87s again. As far as implied volatility, obviously everything kicked in today, so you got some more juice overall in your options, especially on the puts onto the downside in here, especially if you go out to your monthly cycles. It looks like right now everybody's pricing in right around a $5 expected move coming in by Friday's trading session. Tuesday's close right around $7. If you go all the way out until next Friday, it looks like everybody is pricing in right around a $11 expected move. So basically you just start with $5 and then just kind of add two every single day, $2 every single day. And that's how you're going to end up with your expected moves for each day until the options chain tells us otherwise. So basically overall, good volume, good open interest throughout the market today, especially coming off basically good earnings overall on your tech stocks that we had this past week and the week prior. But again, a little bit overextended in here with those, or that is a premature 640 that we hit right overnight, heading into Thursday's trading session. So I think maybe a little healthy pullback in here is good for us. More volume, reset the RSI, as you can see here on this daily chart, and then we can kind of settle down here around the 620 mark, and then perhaps we can bounce up and then start working our way back up again. But again, good overall volatility coming in here. It was healthy, and you got to think, always keep in mind, we just had basically stellar earnings from all these tech stocks, right? So keep that in mind as you're looking forward. It's not the end of the world, but perhaps a little bit more of a pullback in here to the 618, 615 mark, and then a bounce, or we could be sitting right at the 620s for a minute. I don't know. We'll have to wait to be seen in here, but good juice in your options premium. So we'll see what happens as we begin next week with a $5 expected move coming in on Monday's expiration. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.